What up, TikTok? Stuff one, stuff across, coming to you with a new video. I did venture out today. I was going to head to either Walmart or Sten to try and get my eyes taken care of and get an eye exam. Didn't make it. Would not stop raining. So I took a shortcut and went into Vintage Stock. Now, originally I wasn't going to get anything. Maybe a couple of movies that I was really looking forward to and finding, like Stand By Me, Goonies, Explorers, movies like that. But what I ended up with is more of a, how do we say, horror haul. Every movie I got today was a horror movie that I was wanting for my horror collection. Some good movies I really like and care about. Some movies I have not. I've watched like bits and pieces of, but I have not finished. But without further ado, let me show you what I picked up. First movie is a movie that is not very much liked at all. Not a lot of people are a John Carpenter fan. I am. I love the remake of The Thing, and this certain movie is also one of my favorites. It's hokey. It's almost B-movie in places. Some of the special effects and the visual effects are very B-movie, almost 80s type of like horror. But to me, that's what gives it the appeal that makes me want to watch. And the movie I'm talking about, Vampires. Great movie. I love the acting is very hokey. It's very, like I said, very B-movie in places, but it's very much a John Carpenter movie. It's horror. It's very actiony and very B-movie. Not a lot of people like the movie. I do believe it didn't do very well, but you know what? In the long run, I loved it. Now, the next two movies that I did pick up are part of the Conjuring trilogy, or, well, universe. And they belong to a certain doll that some people lost that they should have never took out to begin with. I have the first three movies of The Conjuring, and I have at least one of these. I needed the other two. I haven't watched these two movies. I watched the first one. I need to rewatch it so I can watch these. I do believe one goes before the other. Not too sure. But first one was Annabelle Comes Home. I've watched bits and pieces of this. And the second one was Annabelle Creations. I know I've watched bits and pieces of this. I haven't finished watching it. I need to finish watching it. It reminds me almost a little bit like Silent Hill. Just the creepy factor. And that's basically where it's the creepy factor that really gets me. But I'm wanting these to add to the Conjuring Universe collection that I'm starting. There's a couple more movies I want to get, including the two Nun movies and Lady Llorona. I have seen Lady Llorona. I've seen the Nun, the first one. I haven't seen the second one. I need to rewatch them because at the time I wasn't enjoying them. So I need to rewatch them. The next movie I have had before. I had it on DVD. It's one of my favorite Halloween-themed movies. I've watched it a bazillion times. Every time it comes any streaming at all, I always stop and watch, especially during Halloween. The movie I'm talking about, and I happen to have a figure from this. It is Trick or Treat. Now, I did pay a little bit more for this, which I did pay $20 for this, $19.99, which isn't too bad, but it's one of my favorite Halloween movies. I've watched it a bazillion times. I had the DVD. I've never owned it on Blu-ray, so of course when I saw it, I was like, I gotta add this to my collection. If you guys have not watched this, look for it on streaming. I'm sure Vudu or Fandango, I'm sure has it, and it's probably a good price. If you can find a physical copy, get it. It's definitely worth it. Just ask Little Sam. Now the next one, I have Chapter 1. I need a Chapter 2. I love this movie. I love this remake. Anybody that says that this actor did not do a very good job of this character can bite me. I love Tim Curry. Don't get me wrong. He will always be Pennywise. Yes. He will always be Pennywise. But to say Bill Skarsgård did not do these two chapters well, not a good thing to say. Because quite frankly, to me, he made these movies. The creep factor comes from Bill Skarsgård. And oh my God, he's so creepy in this movie. It is literally one of the creepiest movies I've watched. There's points in in these two movies where even I cringe how just downright creepy he is. I don't know what type of mindset he went into to do this movie, but this is why I watched the Crow remake and why I enjoy it, because he is a wonderful and a great actor. Last but not least is a horror movie that came out in about the 2000s. I had it on DVD. I've never been able to find it on Blu-ray at all until now. I paid a little too much for this, I'm not gonna lie, but it is one of my favorite ghost movies. I don't have many ghost movies that I like when it comes to actual horror, but to me the special effects, the costume designs, the actual ghost designs that were in this movie are top notch and still hold up today. Which I will be watching this tonight. This is 13 Ghosts, which is his collector's edition, which I like. Trying to see if you guys can see it. I love this cover. The artwork is beautiful. I love this. Is one of my favorite horror movies that came out in the 2000s. Not a lot of them stuck out to me. This is one movie, no matter how many times I've watched it, I keep watching it over and over and over again. It's just that good to me. It's just really twisted. It's really dark. The actual ghost designs are so twisted and well done that, to me, it's one of those movies that really holds up. That is my movie haul, horror themed. As you can see, I grew up on horror. I love horror to death. From when I was a little kid, 10 years old, I've been watching horror movies. From The Thing to the remake of The Fly to Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, and all them. I grew up on horror movies. So I'm glad to have these as part of the collection. I've been wanting to build my horror movie collection for a while. I just could never find the movies, and I'm glad to have vintage stock close by. Now, granted, buying an actual new movie from them, not that great. I do have another horror movie coming from Amazon, and it's one of the newer ones that just recently came out, and I got it at a good price. Till next time, guys, like always, stay sinful.